Hey, Bobby Luscious boys and girls. What's going on? I don't know. This soulful jazz opening really has had me feeling some type of way. Also, I filmed a whole intro, and it didn't even record. Or I hadn't started recording yet, so I had to start over. So I said a whole bunch of stuff. But we're playing a new game today. It's called the Roottrees. The Roottrees are dead. And what I know about this game is that the Roottrees are dead. That is the extent of my knowledge about this game. So I don't know what lies in store for us. I do know it looks to be some sort of like detective type game of figuring out why or how the Roottrees are dead or something related to that. They seem to be three beautiful blonde women, possibly triplets. They all look very similar. But we'll get into the lore together more deeply and more fully. So let's find out what's going on and why or how the Root. Well, we know how they crashed into a plane. Why we care that the Roottrees are dead. It does seem to have our investigation piece does. It is 1988. It's like late 90s, early 2000s.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottrees Corporation. Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottrees.
He's a cartoon.
And his daughters, the Roottrees sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers.
And they obviously don't have names.
There were no survivors.
We're not saying their names.
Again, for those of you just joining us,
but we know who
Roottrees are dead.
Okay. Well, we know who the husband is or the dad is, but not the daughter's names. Maybe they don't.
I know it's late, but I'm guessing you've
voice
seen the news. In addition to dealing with the grief, the Roottrees company's lawyers are scrambling.
Why do I care about this?
Everything's about to change. Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer. I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
Do you have a name? Does any of the women in this game have
I've
a name?
heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a quick test. Pass, and I can promise you the job of a lifetime.
I would love that. I turned all the volume down because it was blaring in my ears earlier, and that seems to not be the case anymore because now it sounds like she's standing outside and I'm standing in the hallway, and I'm like, what? What are you saying, mysterious door woman? Who does not have a name? Alright, and then it just got loud again. Fill in the names, fill in the occupations, fill in the photos. So, they've not given me their names for a reason. They wanted me to... That's what I think it said? No, it said sleuth. Okay, good. I got the milk picture? The person who hired you gave you this photo with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Roottrees Sisters Got Milk ad. Remember those? I remember those. That was a very 90s thing. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, that's right, they used to put fake mustaches on people and say got milk, and it was like famous people. I don't remember who. Probably Michael Jordan. 90s people. Macaulay Culkin. Arnold Schwarzenegger. They all kind of look the same. But he said there's a birth order, so... Alright, let's go over to the PC here. Let's hit the old, Alright, so, spider search? Is that Google? Oh, I am a spider. Now, as many of you know, I am terrified of spiders, but so far, this guy's alright. He's got a cute little magnifying glass. He's got a bewildered expression. I love him already. I would kiss him. Mwah. Now, pro tip, I can create quick notes quickly by highlighting text with my mouse. I've also got my notepad still here from the other day with cursed DigiKey, so I'm ready to write things down. Roottrees Sisters is what I'm gonna Google. Oh yes, how silly of me, I forgot it. There are a lot of obituaries that focus on the Roottrees Sisters' modeling careers. You also come across an unofficial Roottrees fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text. If there's anybody that's going to have the names, it's whoever's made this fan site. And hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Reina is the most famous... They said I can highlight things, right? Create highlight. Raina is the oldest and got married to TMS. Who the frick is TMS? But Riley is the smart one. Rose is a middle child like me. I'm highlighting this whole thing. Great highlight. Oh, that's a cute little thing. I think this is a very cuter feature. You might think they are rich just because they are models, but their dad is also the president of the company, and their mom, Brenda, is a fashion designer. We are getting the ladies' names. They do the modeling for her brand, Root. Do you say Root or Root? I say Root. I don't say Root. I eat Roottrees candy all the time. My favorite are maple crisps. That sounds yummy. And try to dress in plaid root clothes like Riley does in most of the posters. Someday I want to get my ears pierced like Rose. Okay. Oh, this is a clue, because if Riley wears plaid clothes, I can link that to the clothes that the daughter was wearing, because I think one of them was wearing a plaid shirt. Rose has her ears pierced. I still think this is a very cute feature. Go away. The website's author continues to talk about her own life and what she likes about the Root fashion line, but none of it is relevant. Okay. So, first of all, I want to know who is TMS. TMS is a common abbreviation for early 90s teen heartthrob Tommy Mark Sheridan. His first credit role as Thomas Sheridan was on a soap opera called Time Marches Onward. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care about this dude. I want to look up the sisters individually and see if I get any more information. So, Raina Roottree. I remember the 2 T's that time. There are a lot of obituaries. Okay, so it probably just, the game is just built to to find specific, there's nothing more specific I can get to. So I think actually I could probably, let's go back to our Charlie whiteboard, our Charlie Day board. Okay, so notes. Oh, what? Kellogg the Third. Kellogg David the Fourth. Okay. All right. Oh, so I have a limited amount of names. With, I mean, limited in the sense of holy moly, there's a lot of Roottrees. Holy cow. One of them was named Wolf. I did catch that. Okay. Riley. Unknown occupation. Do I know what she did? What she does? They all work for their mom, right? Was that what it was? Oh, anyway, let me get these filled in. Rose. Does Rose go by a different name? Does she go by Robert? Wait a minute. Something ain't adding up. Alright, I'll Google Rose Roottree here in a sec. If someone isn't in the list of names your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. A good research tip is to make note of any brand names, books. Okay. Searches will sometimes... Alright, let's look for root. Is a pretty common word, although screws are saying sensitive. Clothing company, Root, always has a period. Okay. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Raina appeared on almost all of them. There's only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item enough to mention. It seems that Brenda Roottree, the mom, the Roottree's mother, and Root's head designer appeared on one cover holding her daughter Rose in 1985. Oh, the site says Carly. Okay, good. I don't have to take notes of that, but... I get why they're doing that to teach me stuff, but at the same time, like, unnecessary. Don't have any portraits available to add to the family tree. To get started, click on that Faces of Your Evidence tab. Alright, so she's wearing plaid, and she has her ears pierced. So this one is... Riley wears plaid. You are Riley. You are Carly, and you are Nope. Thomas Sheridan. That is the name. Fill in the occupations. Model. guess that they're going to be like, well done. All right, cool. I was going to say, they're going to be like, hey, you missed something. One of them was actually a freelance writer. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. You've also locked the following optional entry. Thomas Sheridan. Booyah. Booyah. Okay. Oh, mysterious door lady. You can come in my house if you want.
Sorry to test you, but I had to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
Sweet. Thank you.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial.
Are you Brenda? I think that's the mom.
Life-changing,
I guess
even.
it's the mom.
But here's the catch.
Yeah.
The Roottrees go way, way back. The family tree's a bit daunting. Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
Cool. Who are you? Why are you at my house at night? Why won't you come in my house? Anyway. Sorry, I forgot. I have to go to the bathroom.
Sorry. I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here. Thank you.
I don't know who you are. Actually, there's a lot going on here. Alright, top secret. What? Where do I begin? The girls. We got the girls. What is this? Did she have a child? Stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress that's a Brenda White original. The auction describes it's a vintage dress from before Brenda became Brenda Roottrees, and the white and gold dress itself does not seem relevant to your search. Haha. Other internet memes before they were an internet meme. We're going to look at this other stuff too, but hold on. Let me fill in mom. Brenda White Tree. And once you verify this relative, you'll be able to add bonus photos. Okay, the notable Roottrees. We've got the Roottree sisters, Carl, Elias, and Gwyneth Roottrees, Gwyn Roottrees, Red Roottrees, Jim Roottrees, Lauren Roottrees, and Miracle Jr. Who is Miracle Jr.? Any entry in the family that belongs to someone on this list will be noted with a star. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Intuition. You'll be able to... You've been in this line of work for a long time, so fact... There's a lot of words here. Too bad I'm not reading them. All right. 11. Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. What even is an elderberry anyway? I've had elderberry stuff. It's a flavor. Advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. So we got chocolate, so strawberry, powerful, awesome apple, and bad raspberry. All right, let's fill in a little bit more, and then we'll call it an episode and see how people are liking this. So, zoom in. Dad, Carl Roottrees, is the daddy-o, and he was a Candyman. Who can take a sunrise? I don't know what he was actually. Let's look up daddy-o and see what he's got. Died in the recent plane crash. Yeah. President of the Roottrees Company, as well as the clothing company Root, which he co-founded with his wife. There's a short press release that the Roottrees Candy Company released today to news organizations with a heavy heart that we mourn the loss of Carl, Brenda, and the Roottrees. Oh, mom died too. Okay, so that is not mom at the door. And the other employees that perished in the terrible tragedy. The entire Roottrees is in shock. Going to list some of those accomplishments. One of them seems relevant to your search. Like his great-grandfather before him, Carl earned the highly prestigious Watchman of the Year title. That seems important. But he couldn't be the first president. That's George Washington. I mean, Elias Roottrees was the founder and first president of the Roottrees Candy Company. Find what is essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Roottrees Candy Company. At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. That picture has been added to your evidence. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup." Don't know why he sounded like that. I mean, that's how they all sounded in the 1920s, right? And that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy. He sounds evil, so, I mean, like, it fits. The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise and put blood in his candy. What? From a Roottrees about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Roottrees Legacy by Bess Williams. To say they are biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there's a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out. Like his great-grandson Carl, Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. I do have photos. Oh! This is Okay, it's already filled in. Well, cool. Guess what? I got a photo. Grandpa, grandma. Gwyneth, Elias. Alright, so this is Gwyneth. Ooh. We don't know. Is she Anderson? We'll find that out. Okay. Elias Roottrees? Why are there 4 of them? Find some information on a website for the first Anderson maple farm. Okay, so she was Gwyneth Anderson. There are a few photos, including a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth, which we already have in our thing. Before marrying us, she was Gwyneth Anderson. She had no brothers, so as the older sister, she was to inherit the Anderson maple farm, so as long as she married. Before Elias took over the farm, they produced syrup. Illustrations, turn of the century, would have used as a housewife. A housewife. First Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, for those that know. Gwyneth Anderson is her name. Housewife is her game. Lock in, dude. Alright, well, I got them. What is this top secret? You can open this envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. It has 2 names that must be typed in manually. The clues are obscure, have been intentionally hidden in the past, and may even require some leaps in logic. Okay. Published in 1920, hardcover, non-fictional anthology, an old book about Elias Roottrees. There's no downloadable version available because the book is impossible to find these days. Poopy. Carl Roottrees, dead guy. No, apparently that's not an occupation. Okay, well. You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on a VHS. This site is not very well organized, and the search is broken. But you can get, man, the 90s were great, right? You can get to individual pages from your search engine. Gwyn Roottrees is a somewhat well-known actress who was actress. Gwyn Roottrees, actress. I can start deleting some of these things, right? Because I don't need... Yeah, delete. Oh, wait, I just noticed that. I can highlight this and then search it. Okay, that's cool. Did you know trivia? Gwyn was the granddaughter of Elias Roottrees, the founder of Roottrees Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottrees, but her father took her mother's famous name, which was quite rare in those days. That's important, but my brain can't comprehend what it means right this second. So basically, she is the granddaughter. So here's children, grandchildren. So somewhere in this is Gwyn. The one with the divorce. Gwyn Roottrees, and she was an actress, but that's fine. What? Okay. Oh. Alright, well. Back to the board. I did it! I got all 3 of them! Man, she's hot. Alright, anyway, I'm sure in various things. Wild Bill Williams. Mentions of a marriage to Wild Bill Williams. They divorced before the birth of her 2nd child. Okay. Did you know Wild Bill grew up in Paris, France? He returned there often. I don't care. I need more about Wild Bill. Real name. I need his real name. Let me search this. Wild Bill Williams was the leading man of some non-notable movies. Fortune Favors the Grave. It just brings me back here to him. Doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist. Oh, he's a regular old Billy Graham. Part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. How disheartening. A news expose revealed it was his wife his wife Edith's sister in disguise. The author also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead gone on tour across the southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. What about the Miracle Network? Ah, there we go. Production company run by the Miracle Roottrees estate. It is quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Roottree. Miracle Roottree arrived so late in his mother's life that the doctor swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His father and mother, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. With a birth that late, and didn't they say like oldest to youngest? So I can go all the way to the end. 23 years later, Miracle Roottree Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. Okay, this is getting... I have a few things to say about some televangelists, but I won't bog it down here. So he's the youngest. Oh, he looks... Wait a minute, why are there two? Which one of these is the real deal? His wife, Nicole. Miracle third and his wife, Nicole. Wait a minute. His wife's name was not Nicole, but one of these... Oh, he's married, so this is Miracle the third. This is Nicole... This has got to be... This is Miracle the third. He is also a pastor. Oh, okay. This did not make sense to me when I first read it. 23 years later, Miracle Roottree Jr. arrived. I read that as, like... That, like, it took him 23 years to overcome his health problems. But I get it now. I got it. He became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. And then I went over it because I was like, whatever. This is all nonsense and gobbledygook. So this is incorrect. This is him. That's Miracle Jr. He is breach. But what was Papa Miracle? Aloysius Herring? Red Herring. Haha. Roottree, aka Red, was an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, he was heard disparaging his position in the Irish people. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Roottree Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. So he's not even related to the family. What? All right, so that's to tell me, because his name is Red Herring, like it's not a legit thing. Yeah, he's a red herring. Jim Roottree. James Roottree is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife, Diamond Leroux. The duo, according to many sources, go away. You find is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rollin' On Down to the City. It is now in my evidence folder. Oh, cool. I get to listen to music. There it is. There's Jim and Diamond. Rollin' on down to the city, as seen in MMM. Only the great grandson of Elias Roottree could make disco this sweet. All right, so he is great grandson means son, grandson, great grandson. So he's on the same level as Carl. Who are his parents, though? Music credit. You find a mention of famous. He used to work for Modern Music Monthly before the magazine went under. Keywords: Jim Roottree. I am a good research boy. All right, so now we got a new guy. We got Clark as his cousin. Yeah, but we gotta do it at this like awkward stage of like he's Carl's cousin. But Diamond's also sisters with somebody. Okay, so they said the star ones are somebody on the thing. So this one's gotta be Jim. Huh? James Rootree. Being named Bobby, I forgot that my own name is actually Robert. I get it. I got it. He's a singer. He's a musician. Who did I get the three that were right? Nice! I got the Miracles, and I got at least the 2 younger Miracles, and I got James. Booyah. Mysterious Lady's back. You can stay. I don't have a problem
You're
if you
on a roll. I'll try to keep that momentum going.
I'm laughing.
Carl's office was a mess, thanks to some burst pipes.
I'm laughing just thinking that she actually hasn't been leaving and going to go stuff, and that she's just standing outside the door, and I'm just like, okay, so long, and I close the door, and she just stays there.
But
And I watch her
unearthed
awkwardly
a
on my...
photo from a 1970s Rootree reunion. I also found some important-looking papers.
Paris? Paris! We remember that from... Wild Bill! Hickok! No! Williams.
You've
9 blood relatives. We gotta find 9 more. Alright, well, let me fill these in because I'm gonna forget. So this is Diamond. Diamond LaRue. And she's sisters with somebody else, but I don't think that that's... But his cousin Clark was... And cousin would have to mean that that would be at this level too. So this would be a cousin. One of these is Clark. Vote for Stephanie Jones for City Council. Okay, don't know who Stephanie Jones is. This is Pally. Gwen and the boys. Free spirits, or here's a bonus. That's gotta be Wild Bill. I need to take pictures of all these people. Carl and Brenda. Sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. There's a lot going on. Well, here's the rest of them. I thought this was really fun. I like diving into this sort of thing. It was recommended to me as, or it was recommended by my friend Brittany, but as I was reading the reviews, people were comparing it to a game called, I think it's called like The Curse of the Obra Dinn, and I've never beat it, but it's a very fun game where you're on like a ship, that you find like the abandoned ship, and you have to piece together what happened to the crew, and you kind of do some like, there's like some hallucinogenic type thing, or like vision type things that you see, and it's kind of whimsical and magical. But as you piece things together, you learn more about it, and you can use that to gather further evidence. Very similar to this, and I liked that for what I played, and I'm liking this so far. So I hope you are as well. If you do, leave a like, and we will come back and we will try out some more of this and get to the bottom of why we care that the Roottrees are dead and why we're doing this investigation. Anyway, thanks for checking in as always. I really appreciate you coming back next time for more of this or whatever. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye-bye.